Hello everybody, today we're talking all about lines, and we know a bit about this, but let's show everything that we know. So today I'm going to write the title of what we're doing, lines, L, I, N, E. Line. I'm just writing line, not lines. You can write lines if you'd like, but I'm putting this in a box. Now comes the fun part. I wanted to surround this, but what I'll do is fill that in at another time and then do that. Well, these lines, in this project, to draw the lines, all I need is white paper, a pencil, a ruler could help, but I'm using a marker mostly. So, I'm splitting this about in half, and I'm drawing from this line to here. So I've split this in half. Now I'm splitting it in quarters. I don't need to measure, I'm just really using the ruler for, I couldn't think of the word ruler, sorry. Ruler for splitting all these up. Now I can make this here. I know lots of different types of lines, and you probably do too. That's why I want all these different sections. So I'm almost finished creating my lines to put inside, to put my lines inside of, you know. And then go ahead and move this down so that you can get to the rest of this. And then line this up. It's the special word of today. Now, I can go ahead and trace these lines. And just because I want this to show up, I'm going to take, I've hidden my markers from myself. Here they are. Taking a marker. I'm going to trace this, fill this in. I want this to show up nicely. And this doesn't have a lot of color in it. I'm doing lines, black lines on white paper. Because today it's all about the different kinds of lines, because we want to show what we know. We need to know the difference between a curved and a straight line, which I'm sure you do, but then how about dotted lines or dashed lines or curved lines or zigzag lines or any of those types? So let's begin. You could do this with color, but I wouldn't do it with yellow because it just won't show up. Now that I have filled the L and I and N and E for my word line, I am tracing my pencil so this looks sharp and it shows up. And you can probably see it better. As I talk about all these different types of lines by drawing, you will notice, oh, I know that. And then you can fill in your spaces too. But you notice I have 4 on one side and 4 on the other, so I can make 8 total. So I've got line here. Starting with dash. Here's a dash line. And I just kind of juxtapose those. They're not all the same. And then I just keep making marks in the same direction. This is my dash line section. Did this make you think of a different type of line? What is your favorite type of line? Do you have one? Have you ever thought about that? You know how to make so many lines that this is probably easy for you. Now, how about dotted lines? This could take a while if I go slow, but if I go fast, it will go fast. A dotted line is a broken up line. Whoops, it started to become one there. It ran together. You saw that happen, but this is dotted lines. And what are you going to do next? Did you start in the same place I did? You don't have to. Filling this in with dots to represent those parts of lines. So I have some curvy lines. These may be my favorites because they're kind of organic lines. They're fun to draw. I like to move my hand this way. Might sound funny, but it is a thing. Straight lines, I can't leave these out. They are diagonal because they're slanted, but they're straight. That's pretty easy. And I want to keep it simple. I have dashed, dotted, curved. I have straight. Now how about zigzag? And you can put these anywhere on your paper you want, but just keep them separate so your work is clear, so that you can see what's going on and it doesn't get jumbled up. And I'm putting more curved lines here because that line stopped, and that's fine. So I have a curved, I have I have straight. Now, there are other things to invent. I know I had dashed lines. What other kinds of lines? Well, there are comma lines or bump lines. If they get bigger as they go out, it starts to look almost three-dimensional. Kind of a trick of the eye. And you might think, well, this is just a way to fill space, but at the same time, we use these lines in every type of drawing that we make. So, couldn't we do a line that is a shape, which is a lot like a dashed line? So there we go. We've got those types of lines. Now I know there's hundreds more. We could do circular lines, which are similar. We could do a different, let's do, these are just X's, but it makes a line. Two lines together in a row starts to make a line. Where have you seen this? Have you seen this anywhere? Or no? I've seen them on football plays when they have X's and O's. It almost looks like planes in the sky or something, but here I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different types of lines. These are similar to these. I don't know what this is similar to. These are all related. These are related. Maybe these too, and these are rectangular lines or shapes that make up a line together. Like if you laid bricks together to make a wall, that's a certain kind of line. It's segmented. You can color this in or leave it black and white. It's up to you. You can do as much or as little as long as you give me 8 different types of lines. Invent some. Fill in the space, but take your time. This took me 10 to 15 minutes to do, and to tell you about it should take you at least that long, because you may have never done this before. So please take your time and do your best work. I'm filling this in so it is visually exciting to look at. I wanted this yellow and pink to kind of pop, to be in the middle of my lines. Now, if I want to color some of this in, I sure can. But what I'm asking you for today is just to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 types of lines with a black marker, a pencil. Black crayon works just fine too. It's probably my best friend this year, that black crayon right there. It's the little brother or the third cousin of, I've been through so many black crayons this year and markers of every kind, but the black crayon never fails. It's my hero, it's my friend. I use it all the time. Hopefully you can send me 8 different types of lines. Make them up. Think about it. Use your imagination, but show me what you know. This is all about lines. Send me your work. Thank you, boys and girls. You can do it.